Hey everybody, it is Mike Less, Farmhand Mike here, and last July I got to visit the Manitoba Agricultural Museum in Austin, Manitoba. I visited this with one of my co-workers who is a member here, so I kind of got to see the ins and outs of this whole place, and he got to tell me about different things that you normally wouldn't get to see. I highly recommend if you're into vintage and antique farm equipment, different things, that you visit this museum. It's a great place to see, but it does take pretty much a whole day to see everything. While we were here, they were preparing for their annual Threshermen's reunion, and they have that every year around the third week of July, so they were getting a lot of the equipment and tractors out and so forth, getting ready for that. So we got to see a lot of stuff being driven around and whatnot, but definitely had a great day here. And this museum is open year-round. They have summer hours and they have winter hours. So starting in May, about mid-May, May 12th through September, end of September, they are open daily, 7 days a week from 9 to 4:30. Their winter hours start October 1st and run through about the middle of May, and they are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30 p.m. I have almost an hour of footage here of the whole museum. Got everything, got some aerial shots, got pictures of a lot of the equipment and so forth. And you're going to hear my coworker Aaron talking about some different things throughout the video. I didn't actually have the camera on him, but you will hear him in the background telling me about different. We'll start out here looking at some of the tractors and so forth. So everything's under roof, but as I said, they are pulling a lot of the tractors and the equipment out for the Threshermen's reunion. So some of this stuff is still here. They're going to try to get everything running, and you're going to see that throughout the video. So we're just going to walk through here. They got everything grouped and so forth, but you're going to see a lot of neat stuff, and there's a lot of stuff I don't even know. I'm told a lot of prototypes, a lot of one-offs, stuff like that, a lot of rare stuff. But if any of this equipment is familiar to you, or you've run it, or you know something about it, feel free to comment below and tell the rest of us. And they even got some versatile stuff here. So we are walking up on what was one of the very first prototype versatile bi-directional tractors. I am told that this tractor right here is so prototype, there's not even a serial number plate on it. But it still runs. You're going to see it driving around later on in the video, but we'll just take a peek at it right here. And with Versatile being a Manitoba company out of Winnipeg, it's good to have this stuff here at a museum just a couple hours away from the factory. Like I said, we will see this running later on in the video, but they do have a lot of cool older Versatile stuff here. And they also have this Versatile pull-type combine here. I don't have a lot of footage of this here because I do plan on doing a video talking about this combine as I gather some more shots and information later on in the future. You will also see later on in the video the New Holland version of this after Ford and New Holland bought Versatile back in the 80s.
I'll find Ryan. I saw him driving around. We'll get you some video of a John Deere R.
Okay, yep.
For those guys that are sad enough to like John Deere.
That's a John Deere R?
Yeah.
Okay, and that was the first diesel?
Very first diesel
okay.
John Deere came out with, yeah.
Now we are traveling back.
Yeah, so this is, we're working on a display that's sort of a historical timeline. We gotta do some reorganizing.
Okay. So what's the story behind Roy?
This is a home built tractor.
Okay.
By John Roy.
Okay.
He was a long built. The engine in it, out of a technical school. The original one blew up.
Okay.
And this one was a demonstrator that they just tore down and put back together, and the school donated it to us a couple years ago. So they, it's very similar to a Hyder or a Rock Island.
Okay.
Friction drive.
Okay.
It was in a crate in the back of a dealership.
Really?
And it came to the museum in the 70s or 60s. It never had a fire in it before it came here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was the boiler laws here in Canada are very strict, so it was condemned for a non safety reason.
Okay.
Just the design wasn't up to code.
Any idea how many years it sat in a crate?
50 probably.
Wow. So built in 1880.
you had to take one of these.
Oh, okay.
And so
We had a lot of money.
but this is
Yeah.
So this one, throttle, gas, electric start.
Doing the shows you are turning into stalls.
Yeah. I gotta go check out the Minneapolis Moline.
So you have a 2,000 page here. Yeah, I'm very good. Cross plow company, happy farmer.
Okay.
The story goes, the farmer was happy twice. The day
Okay.
he bought it and the day he sold the
Yeah,
damn thing.
yeah. How many? You know how many of these were built then? Or?
It would be in a few. It would be a few hundred.
Okay.
I know there's a few examples that survived.
Okay.
There's got to be a couple of dozen examples out there at least. This tractor is a piece of history.
Okay.
Jim. So, from everything that we know, this is the last existing tractor that was at the Winnipeg Motor Trials.
Okay.
The tractor tests that went from a sideshow spectacle to a scientific tractor testing and are the basis for the Nebraska tractor test.
Okay.
That started in Winnipeg.
Okay.
1908 to 1913. I can't remember which year, but as far as we know, this is the last tractor, or the only existing tractor that was at those trials.
Okay.
Everything else went to the score scrap.
Yeah.
I know of one other part of one tractor. It's a fin off a run the oil bowl of the
Okay.
radiator. That is it.
Wow.
This
Okay.
is a piece of history. This is an example of why the Nebraska tractor test exists.
Okay.
Is this Flower City.
Yep.
Thanks, Jim. What's that? Nobody right now. I think we're gonna take it up. things that our museum's known for is the size of our rumbly collection.
Okay.
There's actually a couple that are already pulled out of here.
Okay.
We have two 3060s, a 1530, 25. I can't remember, 55. It's the B. It's the predecessor of the E.
Okay.
So you will not see at a museum this many rumblies
Okay.
all together.
And they weren't built too far from me. The port, I mean, it's up by, yeah. Oh, wow.
It was in honor of the 100th anniversary of Rumley Tractors.
Okay.
And so we had the Rumley Expo here at the Manitoba Ag Museum. And as part of that, I led the team that built and did the top.
Okay.
So that was my harebrained scheme.
Is that plow still in existence?
There's pieces of it.
Okay, that's, yeah.
Well, we're going to do an exhibit at some point with a couple of trucks. Might have blown off. I can't find my glove, or it's not on there. This girl's of particular interest for me.
Okay.
This is, we're working off breakfast today, for sure.
And this is a first for me seeing this machine right here. I am guessing it is some type of a hay roller, maybe one of the first round balers. I don't know. I've never seen one of these before, but if anybody knows anything about this, has run one, worked on one, whatever, please comment below and tell the rest of us. Very interested to learn about this. Also at the museum, they have the one and only New Holland T878 pull-type combine. Now this combine here is basically the same machine as the Versatile 2000 pull-type combine I had earlier on in this video here. And when Ford New Holland bought Versatile back in the 80s, whatever, I'm told pull-type combines were kind of getting phased out at that time as more guys were going to self-propelled machines, whatnot. And they made one of these, painted it yellow. It had a couple different changes to it, but this machine here actually never went into production. I do plan on doing a video, as I said earlier, of covering the versatile pull-type combine and so forth. I'm still gathering more footage and information on that, but hope to have that video out in the future sometime here. And did locate a farm that's still running a few of them, so should be able to get there someday.
And there's even technically a couple of private units in there maybe. Well, if we do it once a year for 7 years, like they said, we've got grounds to accession it.
No. Like I just haven't contacted them yet. I mean, my understanding is every year that
Wants to donate it to the museum.
Okay.
eventually.
Yep.
So yeah,
Wow.
co-ops was sort of, well, you have co-op tractors down south.
Yeah.
Same concept, different company. But
Okay.
Same concept.
Yep.
Yeah. So this would be an assembled
Yeah.
Thresher seeder,
Okay.
and that would be a co-op implements. So what?
So would this be a 420?
That's a 420.
Yep.
Yeah, the 5,000 I realized.
Okay.
out not this one specifically, but this model is the first one that my grandfather ever owned.
Okay.
The first combine that ever went on to
And these were built first, and then they come out with the self-propelled one.
Yeah, I don't.
Or did they come out about the same?
I don't know if they came out simultaneously.
Okay.
Or which one came first, but they were built at the same time.
Yeah. What year did they say these were built roughly? Like 1970 was one year, correct?
Yeah, this one's been in the 60s. This one, I can't tell from the serial number.
Oh, that's fine. Different company though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By that company that rebranded the Cockshuck Combine.
Okay.
This was actually designed and built by them.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of them were actually used in that record. Anyone you see a white piece of tape on the back end? And of course, well, fortunately it got used. Unfortunately, this is a chunk of the beam that I designed for the plow.
Okay.
That they put the power unit on.
Okay. Yeah.
Southeast of here.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
built these, this one was a Continental engine. I used to run this
Okay.
until I realized that I need more than one cylinder to have higher than 12 pounds compression to pull this around the museum.
Okay.
And we just haven't found a new motor for it yet. It is a pig to steer,
Oh, I bet.
as you might guess,
Where's the seat at? Or you pulled it with?
on the far side.
Oh yeah. Look at that. But this had to be a monster of a machine back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah, I used to have to drive that around the parade road.
Okay.
Try not to run over small children and animals with it. Swaths of volunteers. Cloths.
Rebranded Kloss. Okay. I think we have this buggy worked out.
Here's the G1000 on this. Oh, it's a serial car. That was the house. I believe the oldest known MacDon swather in the world. This was built by the company that turned into MacDon.
Okay. Was it called Grain Saver, or that was just a
That was the brand, but Kilberry was the company.
Kilberry? Okay.
A lot of early swathers, Alice Chalmers, Case, stuff like that was built by Kilberry
Okay.
and then painted in their colors.
Gotcha.
So you look at the that's why you want. Oh, that's why.
Well, that's why I needed to drive like this. At first, I had plans to come to the street.
Yeah, that would be.
tractor that.
Which is the one that I thought it was a 14 that can fix that for a higher harvest. This is the 98. Okay. Oh, 9B.
Yeah, I like 19. I don't think I have 14 either. But 9.
And as they were getting the tractors and the equipment out of the barns, they were out here lining it up for the Threshermen's reunion. So here's a good look at some of the stuff here. I do hope to make it back here one day while they are actually having the Threshermen's reunion, see a lot of this stuff going on and in action. And it looks like the Threshermen's reunion for the year 2020 is going to run from July 23rd through the 26th. You can go to their website. There's one for the museum. There's also one for the Threshermen's reunion. I'll put the link right here. You can check that out, but they do have a daily schedule of what's going on all 4 days, and there's a lot of action going on here. So, as I said before, definitely on my bucket list, make it here for the reunion. Will it be this year? I don't know. And you can see the versatile 2000 pull-type combine right there. That is pulled out and on display for the Threshermen's reunion. It does have several electric motors on it, turning different components and so forth. They got some of the shields missing with clear cover so you can see everything in action. And during the reunion, there's a guy here going through the whole thing, showing everybody how it worked, how it run, and so forth. Back in the day when the Versatile 2000 pull-type combine was being produced, there was about 300 of these made, and I have since made contact with a couple farms that still run these, and I hope to get back there during the season to see these things in operation. So, like I said, in the future, I will have a video covering this Versatile 2000 pull-type combine more intensely here. One other thing I would like to point out, you see all those fields of yellow in the background, that is canola. So canola is a pretty popular crop up here in the western Canadian prairies. You also see it in the United States, in North Dakota, Montana, some other states and so forth, but mostly on the high plains. And up here, very popular crop, and there's a couple different things here when they come to harvesting this. It used to be the norm was they would come in here and they would swath this, they would let it lay in the field for a week or so, and then they would come in with a combine with a pickup header and harvest it. But there's a lot more of this being direct cut now with the combine. If you go back on my channel, I was up here in August of 2018. I got a couple different canola harvest videos, so definitely go back and check those out. Very interesting, something us guys in the Midwest don't get to see. As you can see, the museum is quite large here. It takes up about 320 acres. And if you ever want to come to Austin, Manitoba, it is approximately 125 miles west of Winnipeg, which would be about 77 miles or so. Anyways, definitely come check it out. Check out their website. There's a lot of good stuff to see here.
to be just an eclectic mess,
Okay.
but we're actually turning it into a history of harvesting display where you walk through
Yep.
the history of harvesting. So we've got a Massey Harris Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reproduction IHC or McCormick Reapers.
Okay.
That they built in the 60s for different museums and dealerships.
And the old treadmill.
Yeah, this is a horse treadmill.
Yep.
Tape on my artifacts.
I'm sorry. It's better than them not doing anything. I'm at least posting to-do lists.
Okay.
Because I know it's going to damage the paint on this tractor. I'm sorry.
Little residue there.
And this is the museum where the one and only Big Roy is at. I've done a couple other videos in the past of Big Roy. I actually did one last summer where I got to drive it. You're going to see some of those shots later on in the video too. But if you want to see Big Roy in its restored condition, you got to come to the museum right here to see it on display. And if you come to the Thresherman's reunion, you'll actually get to see him driving it around a little bit. And I understand they have a parade here, and Big Roy is in the parade. And here at the Manitoba Agricultural Museum, they have different buildings featuring different things. This particular building right here is the Manitoba Transportation Museum. And we're going to walk through here, and it's just going to kind of take you through how transportation progressed through the province of Manitoba through the years.
This was built to be a plowing engine, specifically to break the prairies here in Canada. It was re-restored about 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's such a nice job, we keep it under roof, and we only bring it out for the reunion.
Yeah.
I don't believe, it's actually quite the view from back here.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully GoPro has enough fun.
Oh yeah.
You can't see anything from off the platform. And that combine over there was bought as a pair with this one.
Okay. Gonna say I might have to have a peek in the school.
I don't know. It's probably been 2 decades since I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
And we also do small programs in there. We do calligraphy with the kids, and we kind of act as as if we were in school for a little bit. Whereas then where do they think they go to back to?
Well, she's got the walk-in stuff, and then they have
But they were up. So I was waiting. Is there a point there?
Ryan texted me back. What's that the guy for assistant?
This one is the oldest one.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Yeah, I know because nothing says that. That's one of the things that I want to do this time so that I mean that's great. I think it's great to have buildings that show you other buildings, but it makes it more special for the ones that are real people that you don't know right of time.
These ones I mean, all three of these, right?
I don't know if we reopened that door. It was closed for the longest time. And no one knew why, so we didn't open it. So this runs during the show and with core programs as well. We run the forge.
Okay. Yep.
It's quite better than it was.
It is. I only had to really piss off Barry for a while.
I don't have another job for you yet.
I'm also assuming like I'm not on the board. I said I'm assuming they. Well, the meeting's next Wednesday. of forestry in this region. Because like I was mentioning, a lot of steam engines went north into the bush.
And now let's take a tour of the old granary or the grain elevator right here at the museum. Got to go inside it, check it all out and so forth, so I got some footage of that coming up.
Be something better than just this.
So the grain leg.
Yep.
Okay.
So this would have been the elevator operator's
Oh,
office,
yeah.
and then the engine that ran everything,
So the guy in the office had to sit here and listen to all the noise.
pretty much.
I'm,
And the engine was separated from the building this way.
And this, okay, and this was a grain sampling.
Yeah.
Wow.
If there's ever a fire with the engine, it would be a separate
Yeah,
compartment.
yeah, okay.
Some of
So,
them have a shaft way off in a line.
so they just put that engine there for display. Normally it was, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Because I would guess. Wow.
Which we gotta get something in there to prop this up.
Yeah.
It's a little crooked.
Scales. It's just pretty neat.
Well, when I go back there, I know what town.
Versatile Big Roy, or the Model 1080, was built in 1977 as a prototype or a concept tractor. This tractor never went into production. I'm told that there was a second one built, but it never got completely finished. However, back in 2016, when Versatile was celebrating 50 years of building four-wheel drive tractors, Versatile was able to get this tractor back to the factory, completely gut it, restore it, and everything, and we had it for 1 year. We got to use it for some of our stuff for celebrating 50 years, went around to different farm shows and whatnot. It is now back here at the museum, where it will probably be for the rest of its time. But I can now add Big Roy to my list of all the tractors I got to drive in my lifetime. Taking Big Roy for a spin here in Austin, Manitoba.
224 hours? The waves still driving in my grandma's golf cart. You tell me, but that's a short video.
And that's going to wrap up this video. I really enjoyed visiting this place, and I want to thank the Manitoba Agricultural Museum for allowing me to come out here and do the video. Hope to make it back here one day for the Threshermen's reunion. And anybody, get on their website, check it out. And if you're ever in western Manitoba, definitely take some time, stop by, check this place out. Thanks for watching, everybody.